Okay, so I'm here with a game called Graveyard Girls. It came out for that same game jam I was playing games for last month. So it's kinda late to play this if it's Halloween based, I don't know. Graveyard Girl depicts a complicated and traumatic aftermath of losing a parent during young adulthood. This topic has been addressed as authentically as possible. If you're struggling with grief, you may not have a safe experience playing this game. Content warning. Graveyard Girls contains strong language, mature humor, drug abuse, self-harm, mentions of suicide, alcohol use, and sexual themes. This game is intended for players aged 18 years or older. Viewer discretion is advised. Would you like to continue? Yes, I wish to continue. I don't really have any experiences like that, so I don't mind continuing, but that's your warning to leave now, I guess, if this isn't the kind of content you want to see. The leaves below my crap. I messed up already. The leaves crunch below my feet as I make my way through the cemetery, counting each row that I pass. I like how the trees look, though. A frigid gust of wind catches my hair and blows it into my vision. I tuck it away carefully. I can't help but remember how he used to tease me about finding my long hair everywhere. He'd always tell me how beautiful it was. So was it her dad that passed away? Once I find the section I've been searching for, I let out a sigh, although it's not of relief. The cold stone inscription stares back at me, expressionless. Jason Gray, beloved husband and father. As I read the name quietly to myself, I feel like he's greeted me in his own way. What am I supposed to say? Yeah, I don't know, when I visit graves I never really know what to do or say either. Nothing seems quite right, so I said on the simplest of phrases. Hi, Dad. Oh, sorry, her name's Elle. I made it. I know it's been a while. In truth, it's been too long. The last time I visited, he didn't even have a headstone. I'm sorry. I should have come sooner. What am I thinking? Coming here isn't going to help. As if talking to a polished rock is going to bring any kind of closure. I turned to leave, but there's a magnetism to this place. As if he'd reached for my hand and said, "You're leaving already?" I gazed back at his headstone and whispered to myself, "You want me to stay? Fine." I like her character design though. My mom always insisted that I be careful not to stand on graves when visiting cemeteries, but that was out of respect for strangers. This is my dad's resting place. I'd sat on his lap 1,000 times before. What would he care if I rested on his grave now? I know he wouldn't have minded. That's an interesting way to look at it, I guess. Without another moment of hesitation, I brush away the leaves and sit back against his headstone. I lay my notebook across my thighs and settle into place. That is nice art. Oh, and the flowers too. If I'm staying for a while, I'm getting comfy. Well, I'm guessing not much has changed with you. He'd appreciate that sarcasm. Dark humor was his thing. That's probably where I got it from. I didn't notice the necklace earlier. I'll just sit here and talk to myself like a crazy person. I mean, that's what it probably looks like at graves, that you're talking to yourself. Talk about mom or stay positive. Stay positive. It looks like someone brought you flowers. That was thoughtful. Oh, so we didn't bring them? If I were to guess, I'd say it was Aunt Cora. She misses you. Was this his sister or something? She tried so hard to be there for mom after your accident. Nope, it's too much. I clear my throat and try to refocus on lighter thoughts. I guess I should give you an update on my life. You'll be happy to hear that I finished college. Just going to leave out the part where I nearly failed a dozen times. Yeah, I can feel that. I studied tourism and hospitality. It seemed interesting enough. Really? I went to college for hotel restaurant management. I've got a job in my field too. I work at the front desk of the Spring Dream Suites. It's a starter job. I won't be there forever. You gotta start somewhere. Famous last words. I'd love to work at a resort in the tropics someday. Living on an island would be dreamy. That would be kinda nice. I rubbed my hands together distractedly, feeling a frosty nip at my fingertips. Anywhere warmer than here would be fine. Yeah, I don't like the cold either, so I don't blame her there. I feel at a loss for what to say next. I ended things with, never mind, that's in the past. Says something about an ex. You didn't know him that well anyway. I don't know what else to tell you. There are parts of my life that I wouldn't feel right about sharing. I'm holding back the negative side. It's not what I need to focus on. But I didn't realize how little good news I have. Graduating college is a big thing, whether you think it's a little thing or not. Dad, I'm trying to keep moving forward, but I feel like I'm all talk. I've made a lot of shitty choices and I'm trying to leave them behind. I'm still making those choices, even when I try not to. I know I can't pretend like they never happened, but handling conversations about mistakes isn't something I'm practiced at. A smirk pulls at the edge of my lips, even if they're one-sided conversations. I know I don't get excuses either, but no one gets to prepare for sudden goodbyes. No, but not everything. Death can happen suddenly. You never know when it is going to happen. There's no real way to prepare for it in some cases. Anyway, I've been writing quite a lot, actually, almost daily. So like a diary or a journal, it's therapeutic, I think. Getting my feelings on paper helps me feel detached from them. They're a little less heavy when I read them aloud. When I write, I can push the darkest thoughts from having away, even momentarily. The best part is, I'm not afraid that someone's listening and analyzing. It feels safer than the grief counseling I attended. I don't think the professionals were judging me, but when they listened I felt them processing my words and misunderstanding. Just because I write dark things doesn't mean I'm a dark person. That can be true, yeah. I'm reaching for brighter thoughts and feelings when I let those words go. My new therapist understands. She's different than the others. It finally feels important that I go to my appointments. That's the right thing to think about therapy. You have to find the therapist that's right for you. I don't look forward to them because they're a lot. But when I leave, I feel lighter. Like I've lessened the load on my shoulders. I've never been to therapy, but I know that's the goal, is to find the therapist that's right for you to be able to help you. I get scared sometimes because each day is a wild card. I hate feeling like everything is out of my control. You can't always control everything, but that's just how life is. I'm terrified that therapy can't save me. I don't want to bottle things up again. Yeah, bottling things up is never good. Holding that shit in was the worst idea I've ever had. Yeah, holding stuff in is bad for you. Fuck it. Dad, I'm done pretending. I drink. I smoke. I popped some pills before I left the house. I'll do anything to be numb. I didn't expect that, and I'm afraid that scribbling my feelings isn't enough. I thought the pain was dulling, but it's worse than the day you died. I know you're not here today, but I keep picturing you in every tomorrow. And each day, that image grows a little dimmer. Between losing you and Mom taking off, I've been trying so hard to feel empty. Being happy felt out of reach, so feeling less became the best option. Well, it makes me feel so bad for her. Turns out being destructive couldn't save me. You can't hear drowning girls cry. I wipe away the overflowing stream of tears with my sleeve and shut my eyes. Practices deep breaths. It's okay to be upset. I inhale and exhale, but the breaths are intruded on. The earth sways below as the sensation of floating overcomes me, almost like sitting on a boat. Uh-oh. Why does it feel like the world is drifting? It's probably the stupid allergy pills. Oh no. A twinge of concern washed over me as I try to imagine the state of my liver, but I excuse the thoughts quickly. Yeah, popping pills and alcohol probably doesn't mix. It's not like I eat vegetables or drink enough water anyway. Coffee, bread, and cheese are my food groups. I don't drink coffee. It was dumb to take more pills before leaving. I know it's a bad day when they can't keep me from crying. I try to focus on the positives. Addictions like that are hard to beat. At least I was doing better. Taking them as prescribed was a challenge, but I managed to for quite a while. Today was a hiccup. They're usually a subtle but helpful bandage. I'm an idiot for thinking they'd handle this visit. Subtle can't cover this. How could I ever expect this visit to be easy? No, losing a parent's a difficult thing. It was naive of me. Today is always going to fucking sting. The words I've whispered under my breath 1,000 times echo out once again. You're never going to be okay. You're never going to be okay. Never, ever, again. I tell myself I need to get those words out of my system, but I know that they're bound to sit on the tip of my tongue again, waiting to escape. With my eyes still shut, I sigh and let my thoughts drift with the vertigo. Maybe those pills weren't so useless. A chilly gust lifts leaves away from the earth, and I can hear them dancing through the air. I do like that time of year with seeing the leaves change. I begin to imagine that I'm flying with them, twirling away from this place, away from my body. I thought that was going to end much darker. Hello? Who's this? A voice. I must have imagined it. Are you okay? What the? I open my eyes and stumble upward in a daze. I hurriedly dust on my clothes before looking toward the stranger behind the question. Oh, it's another girl. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I'm taken aback by her presence. I didn't expect to see anyone here. No, it's fine. You didn't scare me. My throbbing heart tells a different story. I suddenly feel thankful that I'm not the blushing type. Are you alright? I'm fine. Why? She gestures toward my dad's headstone and suddenly raises her eyebrows. I think you were sleeping on someone's grave. Did you, know them? I laugh half-heartedly. It's my dad. He wouldn't mind. Oh. The girl's posture stiffens noticeably and I remind myself to tone back the abruptness. You're not talking to a ghost anymore. Act normal. Ask her name. What's your name? I'm Lucia. Lucia? I don't know. Either way, it's a pretty name. And you are? I quickly realized that I should have introduced myself first. It would have been the polite thing to do. Why do I always feel so disjointed when I meet new people? I mean, you're also in a rough state, so I won't beat yourself up too bad. It's embarrassing. My name's Elle. It's nice to meet you. That sounded more robotic than genuine, but at least I'm trying. So, Elle, do you mind if I ask why you're napping in the cemetery? Well, it wasn't on the agenda. I took allergy medication and it hit a little harder than I anticipated. Oof, I've been there. I've never had that. I never took allergy medication. What are you allergic to? Because as far as I know, I'm not allergic to anything. I scrambled to come up with a good excuse. Not too sure. Had some highs and figured it was best to take a pill. Or 4. I get it. Sometimes cats make my eyes itchy. I pet them anyway. They're worth it. Yeah, cats are nice. I can't help but smile back at Lucia. She seems sweet. I'm more of a dog person though, but cats are cool too. So, you were visiting someone too? Lucia's smile falters. Nice job that you're always good at brightening the room. I mean, it's hard to talk about death, and oh, that's sad. Yes, my sister passed away. Her name was Kate. She died last week. Oh, that's sad. I can't help but regurgitate the sentence that everyone had spoken to me in the past. I'm sorry. Lucia shifts her feet uncomfortably and stares at the ground. Yeah, I mean, what can you say in situations like that besides I'm sorry for your loss? It's hard to say it. I remember standing like that too, unsure of how to respond. Sorry, that wasn't the right thing to say. I don't mind. It's what everyone says. I know. I've been there. My dad died 4 years ago, so the memories are still pretty fresh. Lucia's eyes widen fearfully. They are? Oh yeah, that's not really consoling, saying after 4 years the memories still go back. I struggle to back out, jumping to console her as best as I can. Not in the same way that you're feeling. I mean that it's his anniversary today, so it feels closer than usual. Lucia's shoulders drop slightly as her gaze softens. That's understandable. I get it now. I'll be visiting on Kate's day too. Does visiting get easier? A Molotov mixture of disgust and embarrassment builds in my chest. What am I supposed to say? Lie for her comfort. Tell her the truth. That's the best you can do, I think. I decide the truth is my best option. I don't know. Her eyebrows furrow slightly, a hint of confusion glimmers in her gaze. What do you... I mean that I haven't been here since he was... I trail off, the words too heavy to speak. I haven't talked about his burial before. The smooth and polished shine of his cherrywood casket revisits me. No. Don't cry in front of her. Don't scare her. I shake my head and try to find my way back to the present. Sorry. Lucia nods in silent understanding. We pause for a moment, both not quite sure how to continue. Lucia takes a step closer, trying her best to mend the gap between us. Elle, you don't have to explain. I'm sorry that I prodded. I expected knots in my stomach to twist and tighten, but they nearly surrender as Lucia looks at me apologetically. Instead of burying the words and leaving them away from my notebook, I speak up. I want to explain. Lucia smiles softly with a hint of encouragement. When it came to visiting, I couldn't do it. It never felt right. My memories of him aren't in this spot. They're everywhere but here. I tried once, but it wasn't long after he'd passed. He was full of life, so his graveside, it wasn't a place I could reflect on him. Until today? Yeah, today I wanted to try again. I'm not exactly sure why. I guess I hoped it would help with closure. Lucia looks towards my father's headstone. Those are beautiful flowers. I like the arrangement you chose. I bite at my lip unconsciously. Thanks, but I didn't leave those. I think his sister was here earlier. Cora is big on flowers, so I was right about Cora being his sister. Oh, well she has good taste. Sorry to focus on the flowers. I can't help myself. I'm a florist. Oh, that's pretty cool being a florist though. That's interesting. But I also like her design as well. The anxious realization that I never thought to bring my dad flowers hits me. It never even crossed my mind. Does Lucia think it's rude that I didn't? Maybe you could suggest a bouquet for my dad? I should have brought one. Hey, if it's not your thing, don't feel like you have to buy them. Lucia smiles carefully as she reads me like an open book. I do have an idea though, if you want to leave him something meaningful. Please, I'd love to. And I hate to leave these on cliffhangers, but that was about all the time I have for this part, so I'm going to leave it there. So, goodbye for now.